Hello everyone, welcome to our page MBBS at Ease. Today we are going to learn about an interesting topic, mammary glands. So what is mammary gland? It is an exocrine gland in humans and other mammals that produces milk to feed their young offsprings. Let us get into the topic now. In this video, we are going to learn about the embryological development and histology of mammary glands. These are modified and highly specialized type of apocrine sweat glands. It consists of parenchyma, which is formed from the ducts and connective tissue stroma. Development of parenchyma. Parenchyma develops from the ectodermal bud rising in the mammary ridge. Mammary bud forms solid cord that grows into the surrounding mesoderm. Later, these cords get canalized to form the lactiferous ducts, whereas the terminal parts form the secretory acini. The fibrous stroma, suspensory ligaments, fats, and myoepithelial cells are formed from the surrounding mesenchyma. Now, let us move into the stages of development. In the sixth week, the surface ectoderm shows two thickened strips called the primitive mammary ridges or the milk lines. These ridges extend from axilla to the inguinal region as shown in the pic, whereas in humans, these ridges rapidly regress except in the thoracic region. This persistent thoracic part of mammary ridge gives rise to the primary mammary buds, which penetrate the underlying mesenchyma and gives rise to several secondary buds and later form lactiferous ducts and their branches. From the given diagram, we can clearly understand when and how the duct system is formed. The lactiferous ducts canalize by the end of the prenatal period. Only the main ducts are found at birth and the gland remains underdeveloped until puberty. During the late fetal period, the epidermis becomes depressed to form the shallow mammary pit or the epithelial pit. Lactiferous ducts open into the epithelial pit. The nipple is developed during the prenatal period due to the proliferation of mesenchyma under areola. At puberty, owing to the deposition of fat and connective tissue, female mammary glands enlarge rapidly. The duct system grows under the influence of estrogen and progesterone, and during pregnancy, the glandular tissue rapidly develops and forms buds and alveoli. Now, let us discuss about the histology of mammary glands. The mammary gland is a modified sweat gland or the compound tubulo-alveolar gland. The mammary gland can be explained in these three parts. Parenchyma consists of 15 to 20 lobes with lobules and is further divided into lactating and non-lactating based on its function. The non-pregnant and non-lactating female breast is composed primarily of adipose and collagenous tissue with mammary glands making up a very minor portion of the breast volume. The main difference between lactating and non-lactating gland is based on its alveoli. In non-lactating breast, the alveolar cells are inactive and they are present in spherical masses or cords. In lactating breast, the numerous alveoli are lined by columnar epithelium and are active, and the lumen of alveoli is mostly filled with precipitated secretory products. The lactiferous ducts are made up of the columnar epithelium. The interlobular duct is made up of the cuboidal or the low columnar epithelium. Here, the low refers to the simple columnar epithelium. Interlobular duct is made up of the cuboidal epithelium and alveolar duct is made up of the low cuboidal epithelium. Finally, the stroma is made up of connective tissues and fat. Here shows the difference between active and inactive mammary glands. The protein in mammary glands are released out by the merocrine secretion, where secretory vesicles get released by fusion of vesicles with plasma membrane. The lipid droplets are released out by the apocrine secretion, where the small lipid droplets fuse to form larger droplets and are expelled out with a small quantity of cytoplasm and a part of plasma membrane. Until now, we discussed the development and histological features of mammary gland. Now, let us see how the milk is ejected. Let me ask you a question first. Does the milk flow through the breast continuously? No, it flows only when the baby is breastfeeded. How does a gland respond timely? This action is due to the milk ejection reflex. It is a neuromuscular reflex that initiates ejection of milk from the mammary gland. Sucking of nipple sends impulse to the hypothalamus to release oxytocin via the posterior pituitary and stops the release of prolactin inhibitory factor. As a result, oxytocin and prolactin are released. Prolactin induces milk secretion by alveolar cells and oxytocin causes contraction of myoepithelial cells and induces milk ejection from the gland. Abnormalities are the malformations of mammary gland. Athelia. Athelia is an absence of nipple, rare congenital anomaly which may occur unilaterally or bilaterally. Results from the failure of development or disappearance of the mammary crest and also from the failure of mammary bud. Amastia is an absence of mammary gland. It is a rare congenital anomaly which may occur unilaterally or bilaterally. I hope most of them would be familiar about this series. Okay, what's this picture about? What's wrong with Mr. Bing compared to Ross? Yeah, it's the third nipple. In this picture, Chandler has got an additional nipple. Presence of more than two nipples represents polythelia. Polythelia means exceeding the normal number of nipples. It is the presence of supernumerary nipples. Polymastia. Polymastia is a condition when there is an extra number of breasts. It is the presence of supernumerary mammary glands. It is seen in about 1% of the female population. It may occur superior or inferior to the normal breast and could occasionally develop in the axilla or anterior abdominal wall. Crater nipple. It is also known as inverted nipple. It is due to the failure of underlying mesenchyme to proliferate and push the nipple out. The nipple fails to develop and abort after the birth. Gynecomastia. It is an unusual enlargement of male mammary glands. It is most commonly caused by male estrogen levels that are too high or are out of balance with testosterone levels. Breast cancer. Cancerous proliferation of lining epithelium of ducts and alveoli produces breast cancer. These are the commonest cancer of human in the world and its early detection is possible on self-examination of breast. What are fibroadenomas? They are benign abnormal growth of tissue in the breast. Typically, they arise between the ages of 15 and 25. When larger than 5 cm, they are classified as giant fibroadenomas. Fibroadenomas can cause drastic asymmetrical growth of breast. Colostrum. Colostrum or pre-milk is an alkaline, yellowish secretion of mammary gland released for the first few days after the birth of the child, that is, after the delivery. It is rich in antibodies, that is, provides passive immunity, proteins, and vitamins. Witch's milk. The mammary gland of both newborn male and female are often enlarged and may secrete a small quantity of milk called witch's milk or neonatal milk. It occurs due to the influence of maternal hormones passing in the fetal circulation. The male mammary glands undergo a little postnatal development. Estrogen promotes duct proliferation, whereas the progesterone promotes alveolar growth. A child has to be breastfeeded for a maximum of 15 to 16 months. The importance of breastfeeding is mentioned in that picture. Thank you guys. Hope you learned something productive. Please like, share and subscribe our channel.